These MPs are living in an alternate reality. They're sitting here screaming and saying, where is our money? Where is our CDF? Where is our sitting allowance? Why are we paying taxes? What do you mean, why are you paying taxes? Every Kenyan is paying taxes.
Yes.
We're paying taxes. Nobody is coming to ask me, do you feel like you want to pay KRA this month? I pay. And if I don't pay, KRA will be up in my business. They'll take me to court. They'll be auctioning the few things I own. Everybody is paying taxes. So I find the tone that MPs are taking to be extremely entitled and extremely narcissistic. And I'll tell you why, Olive. For an MP to stand up and say, you know, we are more than human, you know, seeing themselves like gods. We are helping people. We are paying school fees for children. We are paying for cancer. First of all, you should be ashamed of yourself. If you've been sitting in parliament for more than 10 years and you have not made any efforts to ensure that there are hospitals, schools down at the grassroots, so that you don't have to go into your pocket to pay for someone's cancer treatment. What have you been doing in parliament? Why are you paying for that person's treatment when that person should, in 2022, be able to walk into a hospital where there are cancer treatments for free under UHC? What have you been doing in parliament? Number 3, to assume they're the only ones who are doing these things. I will ask my panelists, in the last month, how much money have you donated from your meager earnings to assist Kenyans to take their children to school? Not even your relatives, strangers.
Yeah.
Or in our DMs on social media, and I'm not saying that because, you know, I feel like I have wealth. I don't. I am paid very little, you know, in the larger scheme of things. You have DMs, people saying, please help me, I've not eaten in 3 days. And you know you can't verify and say, this person is lying. People are desperate out here. So for MPs to assume they are the only ones who are helping people out here, for me is extremely narcissistic. I know very many people on very little salary. Some of them are even teachers. They're helping to pay school fees for very many children, and they're not talking about it. They're helping to feed strangers, they're not talking about it. They're helping every single day. We are in WhatsApp groups and WhatsApp committees. My mother is dying, my mother has cancer, my husband is this, my child is this. We are always giving out money. So to assume they're the only ones who are helping Kenyans, for me, is extremely narcissistic, extremely entitled. We are all doing that, and we're not making noise about it. They're not the only ones helping. Another thing, if they think we don't know that they're deliberately maintaining these power structures so that they can come back and say, I need more money because I have to pay fees, I have to pay for medical. Why don't you, in your capacity as MP, ensure you don't have to do those things? When someone says, you know, I need a fuel guzzler, I need a big car because I am going to the remote areas, are you telling me the people in those remote areas have wings and they fly? Are you telling me that those same people you're saying you're going to visit use those roads every single day and they don't have fuel guzzlers, they don't have big cars? They have to struggle to take their produce from the shambas to the market, some of them even on their backs. I know down there in one of my villages where I come from, people are still using donkeys to transport goods and to transport water because there are no roads. So for an MP to sit here and say, I need a fuel guzzler to reach my remote area, what have you been doing all this time when you still had the CDF? What have you been doing all this time instead of pressing upon the national government to fix that road? You want a fuel guzzler because you want to come and see me, while my daily reality is that I use those same roads, but I'm forced to use a donkey, I'm forced to use things on my back. For me, like I said, extremely narcissistic. And it is an insult to Kenyans. It is disgusting for us to hear MPs are clamoring for more money and they don't want to pay taxes. This is the reality, Olive. As of at the end of this last financial year, we have 8.45 trillion debt. 8.45 trillion. 4.2 is external debt.